What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of Alan Wilder's Recoil project. Once again, shout out to the Recoil folks out there. I know I haven't been doing these as regularly as other groups I've been reacting to, but it is a very special journey. I'm very much enjoying it, and it has been as eye-opening and mind-blowing as any other deep dive that I've begun. So once again, shout out to Alan Wilder, shout out to all the people out there who had suggested reacting to it in the first place. I think Nina was the first, but then there were other people shortly after who were like, yo, you'd actually be the first one to do it, because as far as we know, no one else has been reacting to his material. So yeah, I'm very happy like that happened to be the case. Like, in terms of my channel, I'm not happy in the sense that, you know, people should be talking about Alan Wilder's music more than apparently they do, but yeah, I'm happy, very happy to serve that purpose or play that role. So in any case, we're up to a tune called Pray. You know, it's a single word title. It's very evocative in that it relates to an entity, an organism, a living thing that is in danger of being hunted, that is being stalked or predated by something else. And now that could manifest in a few different ways. It could be a very natural, like, you know, in the actual wilderness, meaning prey, and predator would relate more to like hunting for food, you know, one animal killing another to eat it and consume parts of its, you know, bioenergy essentially. But it could also be, you know, being stalked or hunted in a different manner. So one might be vulnerable and might be prey in a context that is not so much literal, but like emotional or social. So yeah, there's a few different ways it could go. I mentioned it before, single word titles, even when they have a lot of possible interpretations, are a bit tough to make much of because you just don't have the context to like think about which way that concept will be running. But yeah, let's get to it. This is Recoil, Pray, heard here on the selected CD. I do have to note that like the razor blade as the sort of visual design or aesthetic on the cover or on the top of the CD. But yeah, this is from the first CD of Selected, which is the normal like compilation, and then again there's a second CD which is remixed, and it has remixes of all these tunes. But yeah, this is Pray by Recoil on the Selected compilation. Oh wow.
Deep down in Louisiana.
Sounds like the voice from Jezebel.
Set way down by the cane. A little bumbo named Queenie. Yeah, she sure get out some pain.
Very complicated sound already.
Yeah, like the deep old chapel line. The soul was dark as mud. Like
Soul was dark as mud.
you're choking on that blood.
Come on. It feels like an old, like 30s song, like taken through a time machine. And it ended up in some alternative, abstract dimension.
Old Sunday bought a shotgun. Yeah, man, this is the beat. We're gonna shoot the queen. Girl, would not let it be.
Like these sort of like heavy bass pads, like grinding and dragging across the track. That come on vocal. Elevate the percussion, bring up the intensity, the power, the epicness of the tune. Yep.
Time to get down on your knees.
cinematic, kind of like sketchy, like scary, vulnerable environment, which Prey, like, I feel it at risk. Section in the industrial rain somewhere. Like breath. And then the tune just sort of phases out and goes back to whatever insane dimension of otherworldly music it came from. Yeah, it's remarkable. Again, it's like it combines kind of like an old school kind of 30s or 40s singing group kind of feel, but there's also, again, like a syncopated, I don't know, kind of like funk rhythm, but it's also, very cinematic and like, whether it's incidental sound noises that are like rain or like thunderclap or like, sort of like metallic industrial sort of elements. It just felt like a real sort of complicated palette of sounds. But again, there were parts like where sonically I felt like vulnerable or like, again, in danger because of the sort of atmospheric feel of the section of the tune. So once again, shout out to Alan Wilder for being an insane genius for capturing the sort of atmosphere or attitude or concept that the song was driving at very, very well. Lyrically, I didn't catch all the lines there. Part of that is because I'm just so blown away every time I listen to one of these tunes. I mean, seriously, like, Recoil tunes are like an experience. It's not like you're listening to a song. It's like you have to go through this journey. It's like you're going to watch like a sonic film, essentially, and just, we'll see where you end up on the other side. Once again, shout out to Alan Wilder and Recoil. Shout out to those of you who suggested this deep dive in the first place. When we come back to this album next time, we will be up to the tune Drifting. Interesting title. We'll think about that more when we get there. But once again, shout out to you all and to Recoil. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.